Bonafide Hustler here. Today I'm going to show you that stuff I found from last weekend. What's going on, guys? This is Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from my garage. It's a beautiful Austin day. It's kind of cloudy, but anyway, it's really nice, and it's about to start raining tomorrow. But anyway, I do want to get this video out because once it starts raining, I really can't show you that bike that I found last weekend. With that being said, let's take a look at what I found from last weekend. I took you guys along with me, and I found some really cool things, and I'm going to discuss them today and what I think they'll sell for. So one of the very first things that I found was this really cool United clock. It's not wired, but the person said that it will actually work once it's wired up to AC current. Now this clock right here is really cool, very like bow chicka wow wow, and I got it for about $4. Now even though it's marked 5, don't just pay $5, guys. Try to talk down and get a little bit of money off, because that's just more money for you to work with in the future to buy all the other stuff that you need to buy. So anyway, very cool clock, very neat. Definitely not going to keep it, but it belongs in something like a booth, or yeah, it'll probably just be in my antique booth for about maybe 20 to 30 bucks. So there it is, real cool. Now another really cool thing that I found was this Space Dog, remote control Space Dog print. It is nothing like crazy, it's not rare, but it is a little odd. So odd things sell really well in the booth. I can't decide whether I'm going to keep this thing or not, but I did pay $2, I believe, for this. It's real cool, just a real colorful little print. So yeah, I like it. It'll probably sell for about 20 in the booth if I put it in there though. So at that one garage sale where I found the bike, I did get this Nixon watch for $2. It's a really, really cool Nixon watch. It's the player model right there, very good condition, just needs a battery. So I bought it for $2. I'll probably put a battery for another $4, and it'll probably sell for around 30 to 50 somewhere. It's in very good condition. It's like a black on black kind of thing. I'm not into it, but hey, some people really are into these weird black murdered out watches, so there you go. And now let's go look at that bike. Alright, so here's that bike. This is a really interesting Schwinn. Speculate to be about maybe mid-1970s. It's really interesting. It's been repainted, I can tell by a lot of ways. One of them is like right here. I don't know if this thing can focus or not, but right there, there's some evidence of at least some repainting, as you can see. But if you take a look at this, I know this is a Chicago-made Schwinn frame. The Chicago-made Schwinn frames they're worth a lot more money, but not by very much, just a little bit more. So you can see here these little smooth transition to the tubes right here. So that's one indication. And then take a look at up here. I mean, look at these componentry. This right here is the shifter of the bike for the rear wheel, and here's for the front derailleur. And then you can see all these parts are Schwinn-approved parts. So I'm 100% confident that this is an actual made in Chicago frame. And then here's some actual Schwinn. It's a Schwinn derailleur right there. You can barely see it, but yeah, it's real neat. But the bike's in okay condition. Bought it for $25, and I think it's worth about anywhere between 80 and 120 in this present condition. It does need to be recabled, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just here to hustle it. All right. Pretty cool bike, right? So I like to pull triggers on stuff like that all the time. It's really low enough to where I feel safe. The componentry was really cool, as I showed you. So I think it's a win-win situation. So let's take a look at some more stuff that I found from the past weekend. So at another garage sale, I also found this really cool Manfrotto tripod. This thing is super heavy, and that's how I know it's definitely worth more than the $5 that I paid for it. It's really neat. It's like an industrial type tripod. This is like the kind of stuff you throw around all over the place and it does not break. So it's not some cheap Ambico tripod like what I use like right there, but this is like the real deal, and it's got a strap, as you can see. And all these are like metal and nice, and they have padded legs. Anytime you see padded legs and the joints being like of steel, you know, looking kind of stuff like aluminum or steel, then you know that that's going to be a very, very high quality tripod. And something you might want to sink your teeth into if you can get it for a good price. So Manfrotto, really good tripod brand. Check it out. And I think this was a pretty good score. I should be able to move this for about anywhere between 50 and maybe $80 somewhere locally. Later in the morning, I actually went to a Goodwill, and I was putting around and I found this Lowe Alpine Vision 40 day pack. Now 40 stands for the actual size of the pack. As it gets bigger, you'll see these packs getting gigantic. So I actually roll with like an Osprey 65. That's what I like to hike and mess around with and bring to airports and bring from city to city. But this is a Vision 40, so these are like day packs, go in and then come back out of the wilderness like same day. For bigger packs, that can handle like tools and sleeping bags and the pads and the tents, you're probably looking for like a 65 all the way up to like an 80, 90, 100. So these are really neat. I bought this thing for about 10 bucks, and I think the market value of this is somewhere between $50 and $60 in its present condition because it is NWT full. Basically, it means it's new with tags. So it's really cool. So I think it's just got some good resale. It's brand new, and it's a great brand, Lowe Alpine. Now, before I go into the rest of the stuff that I found, I gotta say that it was looking kind of bleak, so I decided to switch up my garage sale stuff for a while and instead go to pawn shops. Now, the pawn shop stuff, they had accurately priced bikes. It didn't really work out, but on the way back, and this wasn't Garage Sale Rover, this wasn't something that was on my list, but it was a garage sale that kind of just jumped out of nowhere. I just saw a sign and I pulled into the driveway, and here's some of the stuff that I found. Alright, so brand new lithium drills and a thing called a Smart Driver. Now the lithium drill had a box, the Smart Driver did not. Both these things, $15, they're brand spanking new, they're awesome. Anyway, so these things are, they got market values of somewhere between, collectively for both, about 50 to 70 bucks. It's a great hustle. However, these are kind of the things that, it's like a perk when you hustle, right? You actually end up finding cool things that you use on an everyday basis. Now, who doesn't use a drill or a Smart Driver? If you find stuff like this and it's the lithium battery stuff, then make sure you think about maybe keeping it because it's very handy to use and you don't really find lithium type stuff for a very cheap price yet. So it's still kind of high priced. So have a look at that lithium stuff if you ever find it and consider keeping it. I might actually keep this stuff because I definitely need a better drill. So another thing that I got at that garage sale were these awesome speakers. These are Onyx X Series speakers, and they are like, I guess home theater use, but at the same time studio monitor kind of stuff. So these are really, really awesome speakers. They're in okay condition. Now I bought both of these for 10 bucks, and I expect to make about maybe 70 to 80 on these. So locally I'll probably move these for about 80 to 90 bucks, assuming that they work, but I don't see how they really couldn't. I mean, everything still looks intact. They just got a lot of dust on them, okay? Alright, super sweet find. At that same exact garage sale, the guy was like, hey, do you want to come inside my house and take a look at some other things that you might be interested in? I was like, of course, because once you find some really, really cool stuff that's been laid out at a garage sale and they ask you to see some more interesting stuff that's not even out yet, then always go inside the house and take a look at it. Or if it involves property, going behind a shed or something to take a look at some other things, go look, right? So you can kind of figure out whether the dude's taste was pretty good. And I knew that the speakers were awesome. I knew that I'd scored on the drills, so I decided to go in the house and see what else he had. I found this TI-84, I believe, yeah, TI-84 Plus Silver Edition. The Silver Edition is a really, really hard to find TI-84, and a lot of people want it. So this thing I bought for about 3 bucks, and its market value is around, honestly, about 50 bucks, right? With no cables, nothing, just about 50 bucks. And it works and everything. So if you ever get into these TI-84s and stuff like that, TI-84 Pluses, the ones to look for, the clear one, there's a clear model of this, which is really hard to find, extremely hard to find. Once you find the clear model, you've probably bagged up about a $100 calculator pretty quickly. The other one is the pink version, and it's really hard to find, but every now and then you see them on eBay and they sell for 100 to 150 bucks. Outside of that, it's the Silver Edition that people look for. The Silver Edition right here, like I said, 50 bucks. You buy them really dirt cheap because some people just don't know that the resale value of these things are really high on eBay. Oh, sweet find! Check it out, a Camel clock, RJ Reynolds. This is really neat. Bought it for, I believe, 2 bucks, and you can see it works. So you can take this, maybe make a loop around it, around your neck. You can Flavor Flav it all over the place and bag a bunch of girls, probably. But it's a really cool clock. It's really dusty. I haven't even cleaned it up yet, but its market value is somewhere between 25 and maybe 30 bucks at the booth. I might put this on eBay. I don't know. It's just really neat. It's hard to find cigarette memorabilia from back in the day at garage sales. So when you find them, I mean, a lot of times they're accurately priced. Well, this one, for example, was not, and you have to just swing on it. It doesn't matter if it's working or not. You swing on it because people that work on clocks would fix it, and people that, just want the memorabilia, it doesn't have to be working, would want it. So That's why I swung on this thing right here. And last but not least, the best score of the day, in my opinion, because these are just really neat. 10 bucks, all right, an assortment of old Sony headsets. They're not Walkman considered, they're just Sony Sports headsets. They're really cool, very funky, super vintage, and they're just scream 80s. So have a look at that. They're all in really good condition. I hope they all work, but even if they don't work, in a parts sense, each one of these could sell for about 20 to 30 bucks. Now, if they do work, you know, the best ones could probably sell for around 40 to 50. But still a really good score for 10 bucks, because as soon as the first one sells for like 20 bucks, you're in the green already, right? So that's what I'm looking for. These are totally sick. And yeah, you can even have fun with them, you know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? Yeah. Okay, yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay. Woo! What's up, baby? How's it going? What's up, baby? You want some of this? No? Okay. That's cool. What's up, baby? Huh? What? What's that? Oh, no? Okay, never mind. Woo! Honestly, these things are just a blast to screw around with. Alright, so I hope you liked my little finds. And as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Bonafide Hustler. And find me on Facebook, the Bonafide Hustler. More and more people are on Facebook asking me all sorts of questions, and I love helping all you guys and gals out. It's a whole lot of fun. So find me there if you haven't found me on Facebook, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Bonafide Hustler. Talk to you guys soon. New video coming tomorrow. Bye.